Hey guys, and welcome back into our segment that we're doing this year, 100 Yards with Stephen Hargis. And this week we're back at McCallie High School to talk with DeAngelo Hardy, senior quarterback. He is this week's Player of the Week for the Times Free Press. DeAngelo, congratulations on that, man.
Appreciate it.
Great job last week. We're going to walk and talk about everything McCallie football for a little bit.
Okay, that's fine.
All right. So last week you guys went to Brentwood Academy. They were ranked number 1. You ran for 134, threw for 114, had 3 touchdowns. I mean, how much of that, when you went into that game, did you kind of put on your shoulders and say, okay, I know I've got a lot of weapons around me, but you really wanted to kind of step out and show what you could do in that game too?
Well, honestly, I mean, I just tried to stick to the game plan and then trust the plays coach were calling and take what the defense were giving us. Like if they cut me off for a night and it's time for BJ and whoever, we got a lot of guys that can stand out at any moment. So we just take what they give us, honestly.
I mean, people who've watched you for the last few years know how talented you are, dual threat guy who can do a little bit of everything. But this year, really stepping it up as far as being able to throw the ball a little better. You had off-season shoulder surgery. How much has that kind of helped you with your passing ability?
I mean, it helped tremendously because, like, I mean, I was held back from it. Like, I couldn't move my arm certain ways to put balls in certain places the way I wanted to put it. So now I can throw wherever I want to throw it. Now it's just about making the reads and getting the ball to my playmakers.
Yeah. The offensive line last week was pretty dominant. I mean, they really got you guys going. Talk about those guys up front, just how much easier they make your job and BJ and all the other guys, the playmakers, to do their job.
Yeah, they always get us going. We know going into the game, we got some dogs up front that's ready to go between Trey, and we got Adam and Jack Jenner on the outside, Austin Jenner and DJ Studdemeyer, offensive guard. So, I mean, our offensive line is pretty loaded.
How much does it help you, too? We talked about BJ Harris, a guy who, you know, is getting a lot of college looks himself. What does he do as far as taking some of the load off you, not having to do everything on your own?
Oh, he breaks big plays. He brings a lot of big plays. That guy worked hard, very hard this offseason to get better at every aspect of football, and he has, and it shows right away. He's carrying. He's doing exactly what I needed him to do.
He's always had the speed, but it seems like now, like his lower body strength, you can tell he's breaking more tackles and things like. You can tell he's really focused.
He finally coming into himself. He was a young guy. If people fail to realize, freshman year, he was a young guy on the spot. Yeah. He's finally coming into himself. He's having a great year, and he's gonna have a great year.
Yeah. But you guys right now, y'all just got moved up to number 1 in the state. I know you and I talked a little bit before. That's not really the goal. It's nice, but it's not really the goal. The ultimate goal, you guys got to the semifinals last year, just fell short. What does it take to get over that hump? You know you can play with anybody. You've been to Brentwood Academy and won that game. You can beat anybody in the state, but what does it take to get over that last hurdle to get back to a title game?
Consistency. It started right out here in practice. We got to be consistent out here, humble mindset, take every game the same. Like don't over imagine any game in our heads. Just take it like we can.
Coach Potter, Ralph said to me that you're one of his all-time favorite guys he's ever coached. From a leadership standpoint, from an ability standpoint, as far as just being one of the best competitors he's ever coached. I mean, just all around, he said he loves everything about you as a person, you as a player. What does that mean when you've got a guy who's done this for 40 years or so? He's had a lot of players come through here, but to single you out as one of the favorites all time, just as an overall person and player, what does that mean to you?
I mean, it means a lot to me because, I mean, I know Coach Potter and the rest of our coaching staff puts in a lot of time away from their family, and they're here right here on the grind with us. Like, even in the weight room, you see our coaches walking through, like, they're up with us while we're doing all the lifting and everything. So, I mean, it means a lot, especially knowing that he's been coached so many years and had so many players and that I stand out to him. So.
Yeah, a lot of faith in you as a player and a person.
Yes, sir.
Now, you're committed right now to Kennesaw State. You did that a little earlier before the season. Has that slowed the recruiting process for you, or are you still getting a lot of calls and a lot of interest?
I ain't slowed it down a little bit, but I still get a lot of calls and interest.
What was it about Kennesaw that you liked that you committed to them?
I mean, I just love the coaching staff, and honestly, that it was pretty close to home,
Yeah. All right, well, guys, listen. DeAngelo, again, was this week's Player of the Week. He was Player of the Week, I think, twice last year for us, including one game where he had 350 total yards. I mean, this is a guy who really kind of is the trigger for McCallie's offense. He gets things going. Very talented young man, very humble young man. I've gotten to know him over the last couple of years and really enjoyed watching him, but getting to know him more so than even watching him play, just the kind of kid that he is. So tune in again next week. We'll be at another school somewhere and have another 100 Yards with Stephen Hargis.